Have coastal ecosystem norms been violated? What has the CAG reported in an audit of the conversation process being followed by center and states? The story so far. This week, the Comptroller and Auditor General CAG of India tabled a report in Parliament on whether steps taken by the Union Environment Ministry to conserve India's coastal ecosystems have been successful. The CAG frequently undertakes performance audits of government programs and ministries. This latest report contains the observations from an audit of conservation of coastal ecosystems from 2015 to 2020. What are the center's obligations on conserving the coastline? The government has issued notifications under the Environment Protection Act 1986 to regulate activities along India's coasts, particularly regarding construction. The Coastal Regulation Zone Notification CRZ 2019 implemented by the Ministry classify the coastal area into different zones to manage infrastructure activities and regulate them. The three institutions responsible for the implementation of the CRZ are the National Coastal Zone Management Authority NCZMA at the center, the State Union Territory Coastal Zone Management Authorities SCZMAs, UTCZMAs in every coastal state and union territory, and the district level committees DLCs in every district that has a coastal stretch and where the CRZ notification is applicable. These bodies examine if CRZ clearances granted by the government are as per procedure. If project developers once given the go ahead are complying with conditions, and if the project development objectives under the Integrated Coastal Zone Management Program ICZMP are successful. They also evaluate the measures taken up by the government towards achieving the targets under Sustainable Development Goals, a set of United Nations prescribed targets for countries towards eradicating poverty and becoming sustainable societies. Why did the CAG undertake this audit? The CAG has a constitutional mandate to investigate and report on publicly funded programs. The CAG conducted pre-audit studies and found that there were large-scale CRZ violations in the coastal stretches, incidents of illegal construction activities reducing coastal space, and effluent discharges from local bodies, industries, and aquaculture farms had been reported by the media, and this promoted it to undertake a detailed investigation. What did the audit find? The audit pointed out various categories of violations. For one, the Environment Ministry hadn't notified NCZMA as a permanent body and it was being reconstituted every few years. In, in the absence of defined membership, it was functioning as an ad hoc body. There were instances of the expert appraisal committees, a committee of scientific experts and senior bureaucrats who evaluate the feasibility of an infrastructure project and its environmental consequences not being present during project deliberations. There were also instances of the members of the ASC being favored than half of the total strength during the deliberations. Thus, SCZMA had not been reconstituted in Karnataka and there was delayed reconstitution in the state of Goa, Odisha and West Bengal. The DLCS of Tamil Nadu lacked participation from local traditional communities. In Andhra Pradesh, DLCs were not even established. There were instances of projects being approved despite inadequacies in the Environment Impact Assessment (EIA) reports. These included non-accredited consultants preparing the EIA using outdated data, not evaluating environmental impacts of the project, not appraising the disaster which the project area was prone to, and so forth. What problems did the CAG find in the states? Tamil Nadu didn't have a strategy in place to conserve the Gulf of Mannar Island in Goa. There was no system for monitoring coral reefs and no management plans to conserve turtle nesting sites. In Gujarat, instruments procured to study the psychochemical parameters of soil and water of the inertial area of the Gulf of Kutch weren't used. Sea patrolling in Gahir Matha Sanctuary in Kendrapara, Odisha did not happen. A research laboratory at Dangmal, Kendrapara district, Odisha, constructed in 2016, has not yet been made functional. There was no website to disseminate the information related to the NCZMA. The CAG found, which is a clear violation of the mandated requirements of the authority. What lies ahead? These reports are placed before the standing committees of Parliament, which selected those findings and recommendations that they judge to be the most critical to public interest and arrange hearings on them. In this case, the Environment Ministry is expected to explain omissions pointed out by the CAG and make amends.